Hello and welcome back to Idiots with Pipes. I am your host, Jeremiah. Now, unfortunately, my assistant, Scott, was unable to make it today.
What are you doing?
Just practicing. Yeah, just practicing.
For what?
I don't know, just in case, something happened to you on the way over to film. Maybe you couldn't make it one night and then, I'm ready to go. That's all.
Make it over. I live here.
Yeah, but you work, right? What if something weird were to happen to you at work?
What would happen to me on my way home?
I don't know. Maybe somebody put sugar in your gas tank or, let the air out of all four tires or disconnect your car battery. I'm not sure. Anything could happen.
Why would any of that happen to... How'd you even get in here?
You left the front door unlocked.
No, I didn't. Are those my chips?
Yeah, you're running a little low. It's about time to...
Welcome back to Idiots with Pipes. I'm Scott.
And I'm Jeremiah. Today we are going to be drinking Founders Kentucky Breakfast Stout.
And we are going to be pairing it with Two Friends English chocolate. Yeah, so we have Two Friends English chocolate today. It is an English aromatic, maybe just an aromatic, but it's got Latakia, so we'll call it an English aromatic. But it is just a Virginia and Latakia with a little bit of chocolate and cacao or cocoa topping on it. It's been made by Two Friends. Again, a Virginia Latakia blend. If you go looking for Two Friends, you're not going to find it other than right here. Because Two Friends is actually no longer. They are now called Homeward Bound. Same company, same everything, same formula, just a different name. So go find Homeward Bound English chocolate, and you will have our Two Friends right here.
So instead of wasting your time looking for two friends, why don't you just waste your time looking at two idiots? Or don't waste your time. Spend your time.
A few puffs are really nice. So I'm digging the tobacco. I got it a couple years ago. Smoked it once. It's okay. Not touched it since. So it's got 2 years of age on it. And what do you think?
Not bad.
It's a great analysis there. Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay. So not bad. You heard it here first.
That's pretty good stuff. You said Virginia Latakia?
I did. Yep.
Of Avela.
Vela. Isn't that like a dance?
Maybe.
Yeah, Vela. Oh, sure, we'll go.
But
I've
this
never
is
heard
good.
that.
This is good. What I'm really excited about, though, is this drink.
So what are we drinking here?
This is Founders Kentucky Breakfast Stout.
Okay.
Rated a 100 on Beer Advocate.
Oh, okay.
That's unheard of. Nobody gets 100.
Okay.
Nobody gets 100. This is an Imperial Stout, so it's got the higher ABV. It's coming in at 12%. It's by batch. This one is 12%. It's your typical stout brewed with coffee and chocolate, but then it is aged in bourbon barrels in a cave for 1 year. So it really has a lot of time to soak in those flavors. In Michigan, I believe. Funny story about this. KBS, I used to live in Alabama.
Yeah.
If you didn't know, you do now. And in Alabama, certain alcohols are a little more controlled.
Okay.
And KBS it's only released once a year, but, some stores have it year-round because they just have a supply of it. In Alabama, they would get allocated supply. They would only get so many, and everybody was allowed one beer. It was like $6 for one beer.
Oof.
You could only buy it once a year.
Okay.
And so there were only 2 stores that we knew of that sold this beer.
Really?
So I would take my wife and go to the store. I would go in and get one beer for $6 and send her in to get another one for $6. And then we go to the second store and do the same thing. So I had 4 beers.
Oh. I got 4 beers when I bought this. But it was just me, and I'd go in the store and say, "Hey, I'll take all 4 of these."
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
here you go. And it was only like $4 a beer.
Yeah. So I was really proud of beating the system, So I had a supply of this, 1 a quarter for the rest of the year, basically. And then I, moved down to Florida and find out that you can buy cases of this as much as you want At $4 a beer, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is still kind of pricey, but for what it is, it's a it's a treat. It's not something you just drink a 6-pack of. They have 4-packs, so you can't drink
So you
a 6-pack
can't
of it. Yeah,
naturally. Yeah.
yeah. Pretentious clang incoming. You were warned.
This pairing though, it's going together pretty nicely. They're both good. I can't decide if I like the pairing though. They're both good. I don't know.
It's really smooth, and you get chocolate, and then you get like this little flash of, like, I guess the oak in the bourbon barrel, and it goes right back to the chocolate.
Yeah.
I think, and it just finishes on that. Very thick, very filling. 12% ABV. Pretty high for a beer.
Probably why it doesn't come in a 6-pack. Because if I drink a 6-pack of that, it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4.
I do get the chocolate hints coming out of here.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
I don't know if they're
brought out
yeah.
more from with the beer or not, or if it's just.
This is really good. That's where it's better. I don't know if they're better together or if the tobacco's just.
I definitely get more chocolate out of the tobacco now than I did before I had the beer, but I don't know if it's just because I'm breaking in,
Okay.
getting past the char light, or if it's
Yeah.
actually the beer complementing it. I'm not sure.
So what kind of pipe are you smoking out of there, sir?
This is, as the Italians would say, Baraccini Blue Mare
Okay.
in Sandblast. It's a good smoking pipe. My favorite thing about it, though, is just that blue stem. Love it.
Very nice. Yes, actually, I have here a Washington 5th Avenue Bent. I believe this is the first corncob I ever bought.
First corn cob, and it's called Washington, the first president. Very
Right.
cool.
Yep. Yeah,
That's awesome. I'm sure there's a cool story behind that.
there really is. So I got this pipe off of Meerschaum.com. First one I ever bought.
Okay. That's it?
Yeah. It's pretty cool. So, speaking of, first pipe, speaking of first, ever tell you about my first fire?
No, you didn't, but I get this sneaking suspicion you're about to.
I'm glad you asked. So,
I think I did.
I hadn't been in the fire department very long. Just got certified to use my SCBA, a mask, and an air pack. And we roll up on scene, and where you're sitting at in the truck kind of decides what your role is going to be when you get to the fire. And so we were second due, so second engine to get there. And I'm in the hydrant, so I was like, dang, I'm going to take the hydrant. So we actually pull up on scene. It's like, oh, this is kind of cool, right at the fire. Oh, I guess I'm getting out of taking the hydrant. I guess it was right beside the fire truck in the front yard of said house that is on fire. A fire hydrant. So I didn't get out of that job. But, so we get out there, tag the hydrant, hook the truck up to water, which we could have just turned the hydrant on and just pointed at the house. But the house had a back bedroom that was on fire. And when you go into a house, especially if you have to like make turns and stuff, you have to have, you get this long hose and it can get caught up on the door frame, around a corner, whatever. So we was thinking, okay, well, hydrant's tagged. They're starting opening the door. So I got to walk up the front door. I'm not on the hose, but I'm the third guy in line by the time I get there. And it's just kind of cool because they kick the door. And it's like you see in movies. Like they kick the door in. They kind of hunker down, see what's going to happen. And smoke starts rolling out. But it's a pretty good fire. At least a good solid room, maybe two. A good smoke layer. You see a little smoke layer. Oh, say, when you teaching you fire safety, you want to crawl around. That's 100% true because the smoke builds down. So right here, I wouldn't be able to see you at all. But 2 feet lower, you can see as clear as day the way the smoke builds down. But we're going in. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm third, which means the first place the hose can get hooked up. That's where I have to drop off, and basically considering just kind of feed hose around the corner so it doesn't get caught up and the guys can't get their hose, when they're fighting the fire. So we going through there. It's kind of cool because I've never really seen a real true rocking fire with smoke layers. Like so cool. I'm going through there, kind of walking through. We're not walking. I'm on my knees. We're crawling, like you see in all the movies. And they make the first turn. It's kind of go through the living room, make the first turn there. And I'm going, okay, well, this is where I got to stop. So I stop, and I'm feeding hose to them, and I can see them going down there. And you can kind of see a little bit of a glow down the hallway. So just one bedroom was in the back was on fire. And I'm feeding hose, and sitting there. As they're starting to fight the fire, the smoke starts lighting up a little bit. so it's not quite as dark and dense. And I look up and I notice there's a light on in the living room. I'm going, huh, that means the power's on. Oh no, I've read that in a book. You're not supposed to have power on. So I start hollering at the guy at the front door, hey, the power's on. He's like, what? And you get your mask on. Hey, the power's on. He just goes, huh? I was like, oh, whatever. So they'll be fine.
Must not be that important.
Yeah. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm a new guy. I'm a
call.
rookie. I was like, I guess it's not important. I'll just sit.
Probably not a good
reporting
call.
the news.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting there feeding the hose, lights on, and with the light, I notice another flicker catches my eye. And I look down, and I'm not 2 feet away from a TV. And I'm sitting there, and guess what's on? Xena, Warrior Princess. True story. So I'm feeding hose, watching. Hey, actually, I'm on my knees feeding this hose. I don't like this show. So I sit back on my butt, got the hose under my legs, just feeding it, watching Xena Warrior Princess in the middle of my first fire.
Sounds about right. So even in your most stressful situation, you could say that you would probably be faced with as a firefighter. You're still completely, sitting on your butt watching TV, playing with a hose.
Well, that's what we do most of the time around the station anyway, so it's only natural to do it
Right, that's what I'm saying.
job.
It's like nothing changed, right? Yeah, so
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I'm surprised.
It's what real heroes do. We can get the job done even on our butt. Don't even have to, we can just get the job done sitting down because we're so good. That's what real heroes do. All right, so Jeremiah, final thoughts.
I wasn't sure at first, but I think they pair Willie. They pair Willie.
Really.
Wasn't sure at first, but I think they pair really nicely together. The more I draw from this pipe, the more chocolate I get. I think it's the residual accenting flavors on my palate from this Kentucky breakfast stout.
Very intellectually put, sir.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
So the pairing initially was okay, but as the bowl started warming up, maybe the beer warmed up a little bit. Some of the flavors are more popping. I think
That's true. It's very wise of you to say, as that does happen with stout beers. As they warm up, some of the flavors.
See, look at that. I just know things. That's what I do. I drink and I know things.
I don't think that that's accurate.
Well, I think 60% of the time, everything I say is right all the time. As these two things have warmed up together, I've warmed up to them as well. As we're getting to the second third and down to the third, bottom third, as the youngins are saying these days.
What was it? Somebody said this bottom third tastes a lot like
The bottom third?
the bottom third.
It does, yeah.
I think it really does.
It really, this bottom third is really starting.
Very accurate statement.
Yes, I'm really getting the bottom third out of this bowl. It's really starting to taste like the bottom third. But it is a bottom third of the pipe, bottom third of the glass. I like them. I would definitely do this again. This was a good pairing.
I would say that the chocolate fades off ever so slightly on the bottom third, but it doesn't get bitter. It doesn't bite or anything. It's just the chocolate. You just get more of that tobacco coming through. A little less of the topping. In a good way.
Yeah, it is. As a chocolate, because initially I think the chocolate was too overpowering in the pipe versus because it's subtle in here. I wasn't, like I said, I really wasn't a big fan. But as some of the chocolate has worn off, it's starting to pop a little bit more in the drink.
I would agree with that.
I think I would do this again.
Chocolate Sadoo in the pipe, chocolate raise a little, ever so slightly in the drink.
So I think next time,
It's nice.
I'll light a pipe, smoke to the bottom third, and then my drink just sit the whole time. And then I'll just drink it all with the third.
You can definitely get some of those oak notes from the bourbon barrel, especially on the nose. Take a whiff there, get you some oak. Take a sip, get you some chocolate. Yeah.
It smells like tobacco. Oh, that's my thumb. Ha, just kidding.
Idiot.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Wow, you're right. You're wise, sir. Very wise.
Yeah.
I would definitely do it again. Highly recommend it if you've not had it. KBS, Homeward Bound English Chocolate.
Yeah, Founders KBS is definitely a must-try if you're a stout fan. And if you're not, I don't know, maybe this will be the stout that changes your mind. You never know,
That's true. But, what do we know?
What do we know?
We're just idiots with pipes.
That we are.
So if you like what we do, comment below your thoughts. If you like what we do. Or don't comment if you still like what we do. Or comment if you don't like what we do.
Stop. What are you talking? If you like what we do. If you like what we do. If you don't like what we do.
So if you've had English chocolate by two friends or Homeward Bound, same recipe, Same company, different name. And if you've had Founders, KBS, please let us know in the comments below what your thoughts are. Pair them together. Leave us a comment in a couple of days of what you thought the pairing tasted like, and give us your thoughts. And hit that subscribe button.
You could do that. You could hit that subscribe button, although we really rather wish you didn't. Instead of subscribing to us, subscribe to someone else instead.
Why would you want to do that, Jeremiah?
Well, because I'm selfless. And I want to help as many others as I can.
Yeah.
So please, don't subscribe to us. Stop subscribing. Unsubscribe, if possible. Please and thank you. So, any chance I could have that bag of chips back?
Nope. Maybe if you ask politely next time,
I just did.
I may consider it.
I just did, though.
You're not considered it. Still no. Maybe call ahead next time.
I did. Called your house phone.
I don't even have a house phone.
Well, there's the problem right there. See, it's a miscommunication. You can't get mad at me
this
for
isn't
this.
1990 anymore.
I'm just being considerate. You know, trying to stay prepared.
Right.
I put all the work into this show.
It's hard to find a good assistant these days.
It is. So I'm taking applications.
You?
My back is sore from carrying this show.